One semifinal is set. We got 2 games to figure out who's going to be playing in that other semifinal. And what a battle we have here. The young phenom Henry, 7 for 7 in MCS live final appearances that he's participated in. He's going up against Ice, one of the grittiest Madden players, the underdog in this matchup, looking to shock the world. Here in game number 3 of the Ultimate Kickoff, let's kick this one off. Big shout out once again to everybody on Twitch, YouTube with TD Barrett, and across all streaming platforms. We are so happy to have you guys along with us, as it will be Henry starting off with that ball first. What a battle, 818 versus DntC. I mean, come on. What more can you ask for? Henry has really made a name for himself. Ty is one of those guys that had a lot of hype around him when we got to that age that he could start competing in the MCS, and he's lived up to that hype.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, from a pure talent standpoint, this guy is on a different level than most guys. He's made 7 of 7 EA Major events. He's never lost to get to an EA Major event. He needs to get that belt by himself singly here. You see there, 126,000 Madden Bowl Champion, of course, last year with his team. Pre-game routine, taking naps. But yeah, Henry, as far as talent goes, man, there's no one better than on offense or defense.
Henry, of course, part of that 818 crew, labs with so many great players. Kib, Wesley, Canes, who we just saw, taught him how to drive this past summer. So Henry's looking to get that belt. He's been oh so close to getting his own belt. He talked about how winning that Madden Bowl was amazing, but he wants to win a belt on his own. He wants to win a solo belt. He got close in the Madden Classic back in Madden 20. Ty, his first live final, he almost took that one.
First live final, almost took it, lost a serious Mo in the championship. I mean, what can you say about Henry? He can do it on offense, and on defense he can adjust. He says he's known as a defensive player, but man, he can absolutely air the ball out on offense as well. He's very versatile when it comes to John Madden football.
As Henry will start off with the ball first. How about a little read option for Danny Dimes? You know, Henry, very much the favorite in this one. That's got to be scary, though, when you're playing somebody like Ice, TD, who has nothing to lose. No expectations on this game. I mean, you put up polls. People are picking Henry 4-1 over Ice. That's a scary underdog at this point. This is a 3-time Jets Club champion. Somebody who has major experience. As Henry looks over the top, and he almost got picked off by DeMarcus Ware.
What a first play out here. Henry recognized he was stuck on his DN, DeMarcus Ware, but somehow DeMarcus Ware got all the way back there for Ice and almost caught the pick. So I think it's the right decision by Henry, but also for Ice, he could have had a pick on the second play of the game.
DeMarcus Ware's catching ability was not on display there. 2nd and 10 over the middle. That's Darren Waller, another one. By the way, we talked about this. How about Ice growing out the locks for the Ultimate Kickoff? We have not seen Ice with this hairstyle before.
Yeah, growing out the locks, and you see Henry starting on offense here. He is actually in the Seattle Seahawks playbook, just like his crewmate Canes was. Henry actually moved down to Texas for 2 reasons. The first one, no state income tax, so he's a smart young man. Second one is he gets to lab with his guy Wesley. They're both down there in Texas. He calls it could potentially be the hub of Madden down there, but him and Wesley super close. Both guys repping that 818 crew, so they've been getting a lot of reps in to prepare for this tournament.
Henry, of course, Madden Bowl Champion, Madden 21 with his crewmate Wesley. Of course, by the way, talk about a tough crew to go up against. You got Henry and Wesley on one squad. NBG out there, he threw some blocks in that squads matchup. How about that group that was able to really run through the Madden Bowl last year?
Yeah, they really clicked on all cylinders. They look great. A lot of fun. We saw the TNC crew. These are the 2 crews that kind of made it to the finals of the Madden Bowl. J-Wall, Fancy took the loss to Henry and his 818 crew. So 2 of the best crews in Madden right here by far, going head-to-head.
I think Henry, a little homage to Wesley rocking those Falcons in those Falcons unis here in the Ultimate Kickoff. For Henry, it always seems like when he comes into these tournaments, he's got high expectations on him, especially how well he has done. You gotta wonder if those start to weigh on him a little bit, or if some of that expectations was relieved by that Madden Bowl win.
I mean, he's very confident in his abilities. We talked about, he said he's always kind of just felt like he's the best in the world at a young age. He feels like he should easily make every event. He says it's not even a stress to him, really. He just wants to get over the hump and win that belt on his own first. Has a great chance to do it here in the Ultimate Kickoff.
Henry's running route tech out there on one of his wide receivers. He's got red zone threat out there on one of his wide receivers. He's running a red zone threat. Here's his ability: set feet lead, inside dead eye, route tech, mid end, 2 short ends, a red zone threat, and 2 post ups, and then running 6 acrobats on defense.
Yeah, those acrobats so important. Interesting, the red zone threat there. Maybe he'll utilize it down here. Danny Dimes at quarterback, of course, with that set feet lead. The best ability in the game right now at quarterback until we get maybe, you know, a guy with gunslinger and escape artist.
Outside stretch run for Henry, not going to get there. Looks like he's got red zone threat on Roy Williams. It's either on Roy Williams or on Darren Waller, it looks like. Probably not Hester.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely bet against Hester having it. But yeah, maybe Roy Williams, maybe try to throw him a little slant, quick fade. He's going to go back to the ground game.
Come on,
and
let's
Henry,
go!
oh, Henry trying to get Henry into the end zone. Ice with the stuff, 4th and goal, hurries back to the line. Ice not taking a timeout. Can Ice get a momentum stop to kick this game up? Something that Canes had in his game. Henry fights for Henry, the king, to the end zone on 4th down, and a wry smile from Ice. He knew he almost had a stop.
Boom! What a nice little shoulder truck from Derrick Henry. Punches it in the end zone. Unfortunate for Ice. You held him down there. You did really good. Got him to 4th down. But Henry, the savviness to go with the hurry-up offense. Quick halfback dive up the middle. Derrick Henry gets in there.
And now we will see Ice on offense for the first time. Ty, people who are counting out Ice certainly should not. This is a 3-time Jets Club champion. George Schwartz, 22 years old, from Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. He's won a little over $37,000 playing the game of Madden. And how about this? Ice, he's a collegiate esports athlete, got accepted to Northwood University on an esports scholarship. So cool to see some of these Madden guys taking advantage of the growing esports in the collegiate scene.
So awesome. He actually got a full scholarship on an esports one to go to Northwood. He said it's the Alabama of esports out there. He's super excited about it. He said he can't believe the things that Madden has done for him. He's so excited to be in this moment as well. He has that chip on his shoulder. He actually sent out a tweet also saying he felt like he was way too low in the power rankings, but of course making this event, jumped all the way up to 8th now. And yeah, he's the biggest underdog of the tournament, no doubt. But in my opinion, he's very underrated. Like you said earlier, he's a 3-time Jets Club champion. This guy has been around the block, even at a young age, continues to get better every single year. And he's made it to this final 8, which is a great feat in itself, but he's looking for more.
Ty looking at his abilities, set feet lead on Danny Dimes, backfield mismatch on Bush, short and mid in elite, and slot apprentice on Hester, tight end apprentice and short end elite on Waller.
Oh, yeah, come here.
Yep,
early.
Both guards.
Early.
Henry
It's gonna be
screaming
early.
after the quarterback.
Yeah, Henry staying in that 146 defense, bringing a little heat off the edge there. You see him slide in those corners for a little bit of extra pressure. Staying in that press defense. We'll see if Ice can pick it up coming off the edge.
New thing here in Madden 22, momentum, a big part of this game. And you see, based on your home field advantage, you have different things that get activated as Henry screams once again. Ty, those squiggly routes are so frustrating to look at.
Yeah, they really are. So difficult when you're calling those hot routes. Henry just dialing it up on defense from the jump here, bringing some of these nano blitzes off the edge. Ice got the under pressure thing right there. Unfortunate, and he got a bad throw, but that's a genius move by Henry to start this game out.
4th and 10, down 7-0. Ice looking to stay alive here the first quarter. This time Henry drops into coverage, only 3-man rush. Taking a shot over the middle, might have him! That's Devin Hester! Breaks a tackle, and Hester to the end zone! He's dancing on him! Ice, no shortage of confidence, and absolutely.
The Iceman hits him with the Selly Devin Hester streak down the middle between the Tampa 2 defense. You're not catching Devin Hester in the open field. What a bounce back from Ice. Tie ball game.
How about that? Henry finally dropped into coverage, and that was what we like to call a cover zero. Tyler Davis, as it didn't cover Devin Hester.
Yeah, you got to be aware of Devin Hester at all times. Look at this. It's a Tampa 2 look right down the seams on 4th and 10. You cannot catch Devin Hester. And he breaks the tackle and then hits him with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Celebration in the end zone. Touchdown, Ice.
Smart route combo there. He had a corner route on the left side that pulled down that deep safety. And because of that, there was only one safety over the top. There's one safety, that's a problem. Oh, Acrobat going crazy. Oh, Acrobat, the ability. If you're at home, put Acrobats all over the field. They're making plays for these pro players.
Put Acrobats on all your defensive backs. You see Ice has 6 of them, it looks like, out there. And on offense, do not test the Acrobats because you don't want to take that chance. They are that good.
Reggie Bush, look at Ice's defense. Ed Reed, Minka Fitzpatrick, Cam Chancellor, Brian Dawkins, Antro Roll, Terrell Rivas, Philip Buchanan. Where isn't there coverage on this field?
Yeah, those Acrobats are so good. And a little pro tip out there for guys. You see Henry, he actually comes out in gun bunch to the short side so that when he audibles over to bunch tight end, his receivers are on the wide side of the hash marks there to give himself some more room. He's loving this bunch tight end formation. He's been in it pretty much every single play of the game so far on offense.
What a first quarter, TD. We're at 7 apiece. Henry with the ball, but Ice isn't looking like an underdog right now.
No, you can see, look at Ice's face. He is locked in. He's playing with that chip on his shoulder. And Henry, we know Henry. He's always cool, calm, and collected. Nothing really gets to him. Both these guys absolutely dialed in.
Rolling left. He'll step out of bounds. How impressive, Ty. We always talk about when Henry is on the field, but like it is wild to think 7 for 7 in live events that he has been eligible to play in over 3 Maddens. It's so hard to be that consistent.
Yeah, that is amazing. He has the, I believe, he's tied for the highest win percentage ever at 79%. This is a guy that, to be honest, he just doesn't lose. And he plays a lot of online games, always has one of the best online records in the world. He just knows how to win, and at such a young age, to make 7 out of 7, I mean, that's just incredible.
Absolutely wild. And so what Henry's been able to do at such a young age. As he's looking over the top, one time, beaming, 10, what a hit! Oh, it's picked off! How did Ed Reed come up with that one? Even Ice is shocked by that! I don't know what happened there, but a stroke of luck for Ice and a wry smile from Henry.
Ed Reed, thank you, boys.
You gotta be kidding me. That was a wide open dot for a touchdown. He gets hit, bounces off, and somehow now Ice has the ball. I don't even know what just happened. I thought we went from a touchdown from Henry to Ice having the ball. Super, super unfortunate there for Henry. He was shocked. Rightfully so.
I mean, I'm shocked, you're shocked, everyone's shocked. One more time, TD. It looked like a beam, then it turned into a book.
You can't get it more open than that. Look at him. Look at, I've never seen that. He went from wagging his finger saying you can't guard me to shocked that he just threw a pick. That is incredible.
Oh, no. Henry did his best. I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, T. Davis. Remember when Brock Lesnar broke the streak and there was that guy in the front row looking shocked? That was Henry. That was Henry.
Yeah. He looked just like him. Oh, that's hilarious. That's literally the emotion he should have shown, though. That was, and the question is, does he not possession catch there? Like, I think you have to possession catch that. We saw earlier Fancy went with the rat catch and he dropped that one. So Henry going with the smart decision, I think, and just super unfortunate.
The RB open over the middle, but instead he'll scramble out of bounds for Ice. You have got to be sitting there, put your 4-leaf clover in your pocket, your rabbit's foot, your lucky horseshoe, because you just got one of the biggest breaks I've seen here in Madden 22.
Hey, and what do we say? You need a little luck to win some of these Madden tournaments. Ice got exactly that, but he needs to capitalize on it.
Stepping up, stepping right. And look at Ice. He's dealt with the pressure, and Williams in the open field. And Williams to the end zone. Oh boy for Roy. One time for Ice.
George Schwartz, Iceman, stepping up in the pocket, showing a little bit of that pocket presence, and he's really found something against this Tampa 2 cover 2 look. Outside, got behind the corner, outside of the safety. Nice dot, stepped right up into the pocket, takes the lead. What a turn of events here. What a huge swing of momentum for Ice.
What has happened? here in round number 1. Take a look at this. Henry set the heat, but a beautiful read, and there goes Roy in open space.
Yeah, stepped way up in the pocket there. Roy Williams outside of the safety. Henry kind of with a little bad user play there, and Ice takes advantage.
Coming up at halftime, Kimmy and User will have all the reaction from the first half. More giveaways too, so stay tuned. Guys, remember, make sure your EA account is linked with your Twitch account so you're getting these Twitch drops. You get 3 of those tokens, you get that 89 overall Tyreek Hill, so don't miss out on that. Make sure you're claiming your drops too. It's in the menu on the upper right-hand corner. Make sure you click on drops and claim them so they go to your account. Ty, I mean, to be able to just watch some great competitive Madden, the games that we've had, and get an 89 overall Tyreek Hill, how good is that deal?
Exactly. That's why you guys want to stay locked in here, because we're giving away that Tyreek Hill. 89 overall, 91 speed, power him up. He's got the deep route running, deep route running you want. Speaking of deep route running,
he might have a touchdown. Deep route running, Devin Hester. I think deep route running is Hester's middle name, and no reaction from Henry. He's scared if he reacts at all. He's going to come up with another pick. Henry with the answer.
Henry's still mad about that pick. Comes right back. And if you guys can get Tyreek Hill out there with that man, Devin Hester, on both sides of the field on these post routes, you're in business. Henry showed it right there. Devin Hester gets behind the defense. Same thing we saw from Canes earlier. Same type of look. Bunch tight end, skinny post deep down the field.
Look at this one more time. There's Hester. Couldn't quite get back there with Cam Chancellor. And once Hester's over the top, you can forget about it.
Yeah, we call that the good old cover 3 beater, and not one thing of emotion from Henry. He's still sick over that interception because he feels like he should be up 2 possessions.
By the way, I said this in the pregame, but I just have to say it here on the broadcast. Ice looks like a mix between Spoto and Canes right now. It's the Canes haircut with Spoto. I don't know. This is wild to me.
Honestly, that's a good one. It makes a lot of sense.
Big shout. I know Mike Spoto's watching now. Big shout out to Spoto. Shout out to Canes too. What a game they put on. 1st and 10 for Ice. Looking underneath. Ooh. Boy, that first drive, Ice seemed very flustered by the pressure that Henry was bringing. But he has found something with his blocking scheme, this route combo, that he's now stepping up in the pocket and making some confidence reads.
Yeah, just look at the pocket presence he's really showing now. He's really stepping up immediately after he hikes it. He's dialed in. He's on the kind of the edge of his chair. He really wants to see the field right now. He's stepping up. You see him there, the step up. He's looking, but this time the pressure's just too much.
You know Henry, you give him enough time to figure out a blitz to bring, he's going to find it. It's timeout's taken. Ty, I don't know if I can handle another game being a 1-score game at halftime. Like, this is proof that we do have the best 8 here at the Ultimate Kickoff.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is definitely one of the best final 8s we've ever had. And they're showing it every game, just an absolute sweaty.
Woo. Always scary to see those quarterbacks taking hits, TD, because we know how easy it is for them to fumble.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes, you might see guys on conservative when they pass the ball this much. But yeah, you got to be careful because Daniel Jones will definitely let the ball drop. So big 3rd and 10 here. Ice using a little bit of motion. Henry's been sending heat every single play. Let's see if he does it again.
He does. He sends 6. Jones steps up. Jones takes a big hit at the 30. And Henry's going to get the ball back here as Ice is going to have to settle for a field goal.
40 seconds.
Ice playing a little bit of a guessing game here, just trying to step up into the pocket and make a read. And Henry, I love the approach. He's staying aggressive, just literally bringing heat on every single play, wants to force Ice into a mistake.
Beautiful kick. Ice down. It is up, and it is good. 17-14. Ice takes the lead over Henry. 36 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, and Ice did a good job right there to manage the clock pretty well. Henry with no timeouts, 36 seconds, not a lot of time. Definitely still doable here with Henry's offense, but a great job from Ice to use some of that clock.
There's one thing to be concerned about if you're a fan of Ice. Henry, outside of a, I think, albeit fluky interception, he has moved the ball pretty much with no regard for human life. It's been quick drives. He's had short passes, deep passes. Hasn't seemed at all like Ice has a stop.
Yeah, he hasn't had any shot to stop him so far. His only turnover was a drop touchdown. So Henry has been dialed in on offense. Ice, I like the strategy there, though. Play it back, man coverage deep, nothing over your head. Force him to run with the quarterback and get out of bounds.
Had the wheel open right away. Instead, he'll take Hester underneath. 23 seconds and counting. That's going to run it down to 11 seconds. Don't love the read there from Henry, only because of having no timeouts.
Agreed. He should have hit the wheel route. Could have caught that, got out of bounds. Now he has about one more play here. He's got to look for a deep corner route, crossing route to the sidelines. Has to get out of bounds to try to kick a field goal.
Hester splits out wide off the bunch. 9 seconds and counting. Is he going to take the shot? It looks like he is going to try to find Galloway down there. Good defense from Ice. 4 seconds left, and we'll either see a run play or one more heave towards the end zone.
Yeah, look for him to go deep here. Expect Galloway going to go. Is he going to stay in the bunch? He is. Look for Galloway deep on a wheel route or streak.
Let's take off with Danny Dimes, slide down, and go to halftime. Ice with a 3-point lead. And listen, we can talk about the fluke all we want, TD, but Ice really settled down offensively and made some nice reads, and he's very much in this game, getting the ball to start the second half with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Ice probably feels good, but on the flip side, Henry's got to feel good too. Henry's probably upset because he feels like he should be up 2 possessions if he would have caught that touchdown. But going into the half here, Ice up 3, I don't think a lot of people expected this.
Yeah, wild. I think I was just going to say the same thing. I don't think anybody at home outside of his TNC crew was thinking that Ice would have a lead going into halftime, but it shows how, I think, disrespected Ice is in the wider Madden community. This is a multiple-time Jets Club champion.
No doubt about it. Like I said in the intro, he's one of the most underrated players in the world. He is elite on offense, and he's showing it here, up 17-14 going to the second half.
Plenty of time left, 17-14 here. I feel like User just didn't want to work halftime. Like, that's why this break was all of 1 second for me and TD. We're out here losing our minds, and User gets to sit back in his chair and relax. This is wild. Speaking of wild, this game between Henry and Ice, it's back and forth. Ice 3-point lead and the ball tie. This drive coming out of halftime for Ice, this feels like this is going to set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, definitely. And if Ice can go down here and get 7 and go up 10, I think that is going to really kind of blow people away, because to me it feels like Henry's in control of this game and he's losing by 3. So if he somehow goes down 10, Ice is going to have all the confidence in the world. And shout out to Henry. He's become a little bit of a Twitter meme here with his eyeballs out for the Madden universe. But I don't blame him. I mean, that was just insane.
Give me the ball.
Play we saw in the
Ball's
first
out.
half.
Ball's out. It's picked up by Waller, though. Fortunate for Ice to scoop that one up. And I just love that reaction from Henry. He goes, I know I didn't pick up that fumble. I probably could have had a turnover there, but you saw him with that hand motion going, calm down, Henry. We are still in this game. We can still win this one.
Yeah, exactly. After what he already went through in the first half, that's nothing to him right here. He's going to stay dialed in, stay bringing that pressure.
Get out.
Was that a wild route combo or what? Galloway and Hester were basically holding hands going down the field, and Ice found him on a seam route.
Yeah, he had a streak and an S route kind of jumping into each other, and the pressure was coming, so Ice just kind of stepped up, made a read, threw it in there to the S route, and he's able to convert it. It seems like Henry kind of has him boxed, and then Ice just steps up in the pocket and makes something happen.
I got to ask, I know K-Max out there or Bird or somebody. I know Ice is sitting there. He's got that TNC, but Ty, is Ice TGL? That's what I'm wondering. Is he TGL right now?
Yeah, it's a good question. Is he on 2 teams here, repping for both teams, TGL and TNC? I don't know. I really don't know either. I know the TNC guys, they went out in the summertime. Rhode Island had a great time together.
Come on, my ball.
Looking over the top. Oh, it's picked up, Brian Dawkins. And you heard Henry say, my guy. A big play there from Dawkins. He was a former Eagles Club champion, and the Big Eagle making the play for Hank.
That's the one mistake you can't make versus Henry. You were up 3. You can't give him the ball back like that. I know it was the cover 2 look. He was trying to hit the streak again, but it was a little bit too close to the end zone. Henry clicks on, gets a nice User lurk.
I think I got to ask those 818 boys. I think Henry's good if I call him Hank from now on out. Like, you think he's good with that? That's one more time. Trying to find Waller and Dawkins with an absolute lurk job.
Yeah, it was a little late with the read, too far back in the end zone. Brian Dawkins with the User pick. Henry's fired up now. Still down 3 here, so he's got to get it moving on offense, but he's looked phenomenal on offense in the first half.
Henry back to work. He has looked oh so good offensively. What a block on the interior. That might have been one of the post-ups, just going wild. He'll throw this one away.
Yeah, I thought he had A right there, the tight end kind of coming back from the sidelines. But Henry goes with the conservative approach, rolls out, throws it away, lives to fight another down. 3rd and 1, staying in the gun bunch. First half, he went a lot to the bunch tight end, but now he's staying in the original gun bunch.
And on 3rd and 1, oh, he missed him. He high passed it to the outside. That might have been a touchdown, but the high pass outside the fingertips of it looked like Galloway out there, and Henry's facing a 4th down.
And I wonder if he meant to high pass that. I don't think he did. I think he pressed it by accident because that was wide open. It was cover 2, pass lead to the outside. And that's it. Probably that might be a touchdown. So big 4th and 1 now. Can Ice lock up?
Good defense downfield. He's gonna take a shot. Look it downfield, and that one is picked or not. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's bad. Just take your.
I don't. Unclear.
That works out better. That works out better for Ice though.
Out route.
It was not picked, I think. And if that was the case, then that works out better for him. Yeah, that works out much better for him now as he's already at the 26.
It does work better for Ice.
Stop.
Does this also work better for Henry though, because he doesn't have to deal with a sustained drive from Ice? And
Come on!
I see your point, but not now because he's down 10. What a dot!
Hester is the bester. Let's not forget, TD, we talk about Ice being the underdog. We talked about his path getting here. Ice had to go through a guy by the name of Michael Skimbo to get to this point. He beat Skimbo 24-18. I was watching that game. It was an absolute hellacious game, and Ice able to take down a 3-time belt winner. That's got to give him some confidence, up 10.
Yeah, that game with Skimbo was incredible. Those guys have a rivalry, but take a look at this pick/non-pick acrobat back there. He actually doesn't pick it, which works out, hits the corner route. Devin Hester, flood concept to the sidelines. Ice is up 10. Henry is in shock. I think the chat's in shock, but Ice, man, he is beaming with confidence right now. And that game that we just talked about versus Skimbo, that really got his confidence boosting, and he's looking good right here in the second half.
Do not count out Henry, though. Man, listen, everyone's a kid to me right now, but this man knows how to come back in these tight games. He knows what to do offensively, but right now, this is the most adversity we've seen. How about the performance from young George Schwartz?
Yeah, it's impressive. And we didn't really talk about this, but this game, this meta kind of fits Ice's style. I mean, it really does. You know, we talked about that in a lot of different Maddens. Might have
if it gets there, did Danny Dimes? No, he put it on a dime. Joey Galloway all the way to the end zone. What a response from young Henry.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We have a shootout on our hands. Henry fights right back within 3 plays, and now we only have a 3-point game, man. This is going to go down to the wire. This is a shootout.
Good.
We got to take a breath over here.
We got the 9 for the 4th. Let's do it.
That to me looked like it was underthrown. And I thought it was going the other way, but it got there. Danny Dimes with just enough throw power. Look at this one more time on the deep post route. He is wide open, but look how close that is. Ice didn't click on down there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think he meant to click on and just didn't get there, so kind of a bad stick work play there from Ice. Unfortunate. Henry takes advantage because, like you said, it was a little bit underthrown right there. If Ice clicks on, he could probably make a play on that, especially if there was an acrobat out there. But Henry takes
That's a bag. Come on, perfect adjustments. Perfect adjustments. Come on, come on.
Don't be nervous. What is it? Is that guy man, bro?
24-21 user. This game is wild. The young phenom Henry in an absolute dogfight. How about that performance from Ice early in this game?
Hey, Ice is looking good. He's cooking it up offensively.
Come on. Oh,
that's
God.
That's a book. User, that's a book, right?
Serious?
I thought it was about to be a book, you know? But look, this is one of the things we've always talked about with Henry. He's so good, and he looks so nonchalant in these games. Like, it looks like he never takes them as serious as he should be. He's making mistakes right there. There's no reason for him to be down 14. He could have easily converted that first, and you heard him say, oh, man, I just got to take the first. Yeah, you do. It's 4th and 1. You're fighting for the Final Four. He's that good. He just does not feel the pressure and take these games as serious as he should.
It is anyone's ball game as we head to the 4th quarter, the final quarter of this one, 24-21. Ice on top with ball facing a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and guys, I'm impressed with both these guys' adjustments, too. You see Henry, he's kind of bringing his safeties down into the box a little bit more because he knows that Ice wants to hit him with those seam streaks. So Henry bringing those safeties down a little bit closer. And then on the flip side, Ice, he's really decided to step up in the pocket and make good reads here as we got into the second half. So both guys, you know, high-level Madden making a lot of adjustments.
3rd and 5, big 3rd down. Looks to the flat. He's got Waller to the 41-yard line. It's been a tough 3 quarters, but you know it's crunch time. When we get to our 4th quarter, that 4th quarter is presented by Snickers. Snickers satisfies. And boy, have these games satisfied Tyler Davis. These have all been close games going into the 4th.
3 great games so far. We started the night off with an absolute instant classic with Joke and Fancy, one of the best games you'll ever see. And don't forget, we still have the #1 ranked Madden player in the world after this Drini going up against the Rookie of the Year in Madden 21 and John Beast. Man, what a first day of the Ultimate Kickoff it's been.
I heard the Beast named John wasn't too happy when user didn't pick him. I heard there was some contentious words thrown around. It might be some fuel to the fire for John Beast in his game against Drini.
Yeah, might be. John Beast always motivated. Oh, I thought he had the corner route.
I thought he was going to the tight end.
So we're all over the place. And he doesn't go to either of them. Just checks it down to the flat.
Sure, cool. We're up here in the booth, TD.
Exactly. That's why we're up in the booth. We don't know.
You're a former Arizona Cardinals Club champion. I'm a former French fry eating contest champion. Former champs all around. Over the top. Oh, it's Hester. It got over the acrobat. And Ice looking to pull off the upset here in the final 8. He goes back up by 9.
These guys are just going back and forth, and look, Henry's about to get the back, and there's still 3.5 minutes to go. We have a long game still ahead of us, but that was an excellent read by Ice. He continues to throw it to those seam streaks to Hester. Henry, you know, he's been a little bit stubborn here, staying in that Tampa 2 defense, allowing the middle to be open, and Ice is just stepping up into the pocket and taking advantage of it.
Come on.
Chat, does Henry have what it takes to come back? Put a 1 in the chat if you're still riding with the young hen dog. Put a 2 if you're riding that Ice train. As one more time, right up the seam. Who else but Hest?
Yeah, Tampa 2, Ice is fired up. To go up 10 right now, you see the emotion starting to come out. And I'm going to make a bold statement right here. If Henry can make the adjustments and come back from this deficit down 10, 3.5 minutes to go, it's really going to cement his legacy because he needs a game like this, in my opinion, on his resume. He's had some big games, no doubt about it. But if he can come back in a game like this in a final 8 of a major, down 10 with 3.5 minutes to go, it's going to do a lot for his resume.
2nd and 10 for Henry, rolling out left, looking for something downfield. He'll scramble with Danny Dimes. How about this performance from young George Schwartz? 3-time Jets Club champion. This was somebody, Ty, who was really good inside that Jets Club. I think the one year he didn't win it, AKG won it in Madden 20. But this was somebody who has struggled a little bit at getting out of the round of 32 in that club championship. He's been somebody who's needed to take that next step.
Yeah, and he looks like he's one stop away, one down away right here from taking that next step, going into the Final 4. Ice has always been on the verge, man. He's one of the most talented players. He just hasn't been able to get over the hump. Can he come up with a stop right here?
Back across his body. What a throw to Darren Waller, and what a catch. I thought he was looking corner route, but Henry has eyes all over the field. He's still alive here in this Final 8 game.
I thought he had the corner route too, but he takes the delay phase, going with a lot of tempo here, hurrying up the offense.
Squigglies. And he had the crosser, but he's taking the shot to the end zone. It's picked off by Ice, and Henry absolutely dejected. Ice is on a tear right now. It's getting cold in here with all this ice.
The Iceman is here. He's here to stay, and he's showing you why. He had that chip on his shoulder, showing you why he's one of the most underrated man players in the world. What a user lurk in the back of the end zone. Henry with a costly mistake. You can't throw that in that situation.
I'll wake up.
Chew clock is on. He's up by 10. Gotta expect more inside zone here from Don't Care About Ice. He cares about this one, looking for a Final 4 spot. Henry cannot believe how this game has transpired. Ty, we go back to the sort of fluky interception. That was certainly unfortunate, but this second
man,
half,
that hurts.
Ice has played probably the game of his life, certainly has played better than Henry here in the second half.
No doubt about it. This second half, he's made some adjustments, especially on the defensive side. Henry was lighting it up in the first half. His completion percentage really dropped here in the second half.
Come on!
Credit to Ice's
Let's
defense.
go!
And he converts that first down,
Underdog
and that
my
will
ass!
probably seal it here. Henry now is forced to use a timeout. Ice is absolutely fired up. You love to see it.
You know, his TNC lab partners, his friends, the Rhode Island crew, they're cheering for their man George Schwartz. For Henry, disappointing finish. Does make the top 8. He's going to get some points towards that Madden Bowl. And you just never know with Henry what he could turn it on at any point. He can win literally any of these majors.
On!
That's how good he is. But today, this was all about Ice.
Yes!
Don't care about Ice. He says, I don't care about the rankings. I don't care about you guys' opinions.
Let's go!
I'm not an underdog. I'm in the
Come on!
Final Four of the Ultimate Kickoff. His
Come
first
on!
Final Four tournament ever in the MCS. And he is so fired up. What a
Thank you.
huge
Thank
win
you.
for the career of the Iceman.
And how
Oh my
about this?
God.
We got those MCS power rankings. The number 8 over the number 2, the first upset of the day. It's all about the victory formation here, Ty. No better feeling in the game of John Madden football than to get to be kneeling this one out.
Pre-game jitters. Let's go!
No doubt about it. And that is a big bump in prize money, too. He's going to be going up to $10,000 in winnings. Those points that we talked about, absolutely critical if you want to make that last event of the year. Absolutely huge win for Ice. First Final Four of his career. Has a chance at his first ever belt.
Goes from 10K to 15K.
Hurry
And
up, man.
you heard Ice say there, he said, I got over those pre-game jitters. That's a brutal amount of honesty from Ice, saying how nervous he was coming into this game, but he didn't look nervous out there. That first drive, he looked a little, we didn't know if he would find it, but it seemed like that touchdown on 4th down settled him down.
Yeah, it really did. He came up with some big-time, pressure situations in the second half on offense. He threw some lasers when he needed to, and you said it, he bumps from 10K to 15K in winnings, but he also bumps from 450 MCS points to 600. And those 600 MCS points are virtually could make you, I'm not going to say a definite lock, but those put you in a prime position for that final event.
And you know Henry's going to come back. Got that next major, Ultimate Thanksgiving. Those 818 boys are going to be labbed up. But today, it just wasn't his day, Ty. Sometimes the game just isn't with you.
Yeah, just unfortunate that first half when he had that touchdown. That play would change the game. There's no doubt about it. He would probably be up 2 possessions at that point. It would make it a 1-possession game right now. But this is the day, sometimes you need a little luck, right? You need a little luck. You want to win these Madden tournaments, and today was the day for Ice. He came in motivated, came in with that chip on his shoulder, and you see the smile on his face, man. He's so excited to be into the Final Four.
And again, you got to feel for a guy like Henry. One of the nicest players in the community, one of the players that I like talking to the most. A great run last year at the Madden Bowl, but, there's 2 sides to every coin, TD. You've got the elation of Ice. You've got just the absolute downtroddenness of Henry. And for Ice, boy, you thought you were nervous before a Final 8 game. You're going to have a Final 4 game tomorrow with a chance to get to a belt game.
Yeah, 1 game away from tomorrow, going to the finals. What a game this was, though. Henry will no doubtably be back. He's one of the best, only 18 years old. But today, it's all about Don't Care About Ice, the 8 seed, the underdog. He's headed to the Final Four.